How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom train. It's JJD, JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Today I want to talk about earthquakes. And although in my part of the country, in southern New England, we usually don't experience too much when it comes to earthquakes, not like California and places like that, but being the fact that in recent history, over the last 6 years or so, there have been 2 earthquakes that I can remember living through over here. And when I say earthquakes, I don't mean actually earthquakes where, buildings were falling down or stuff like that. But I can remember sitting in my computer chair back when I was still in my apartment, and this is going back about 6 years ago or so, and there was an earthquake that hit probably as low as around Washington, D.C. area. But I can remember being in my computer chair in my apartment, and all of a sudden my computer chair went back and forth a little bit, and it was weird. It only lasted for a couple of seconds, but it was weird because I said to myself, it was as if, it was like when you're in a car and somebody pushes on one side of the car and the car goes back a little bit because of the shocks and struts. That's what it was like, but I was in my apartment, and the fact that I was on the first floor apartment, and the house, there was no way that the house was going to go back and forth a little bit. I mean, it just enough that it scared me, because what are you supposed to do? There's nothing that you can do to stop that from happening. So the fact that it was just a little back and forth action for a couple of seconds made me think that probably was an earthquake. And so later on that day, I found out that an earthquake had hit somewhere around Washington, D.C., and the tremors were felt as far north as Massachusetts, even up into lower Maine. And I'm like, wow, so that's exactly what it was. There was one time after that I was outside at the time, so I didn't really notice much. It was something very similar, but since I was outside, it wasn't like I was able to. It was weird. I wasn't able to feel anything. And they said that there was another earthquake that hit, but I think because I was outside or in the car or wherever I wasn't able to feel that, because it was just another small little bump, But it's scary. I couldn't imagine what it must be like to be like in California, and have these things happen on a more regular basis than what we feel around here. So, have you ever lived through an earthquake? Have you ever felt tremors that were like the ones I did, that were just very, very, very minor, or something that was a lot more disastrous? Please put your comments below. I love you all. Take care. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Ow, that hurt.